Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We got a great fun one for you today. We've got this huge movie title up here. And if you look at it closely, it's growing really slowly. It's almost like a little Ken Burns type effect. I was actually watching television last night and saw a movie and they were doing this, and I saw it in a bunch of adverts as well, so it's obviously in vogue thing to be doing at the moment. I thought it'd be great for page titles. So I'll show you how to build this, and also I'll show you how, if you want to, you can use it as dynamic page titles. You may want to shrink the text down a little bit, but really great thing to know. So it's really easy to do. Let's get started. I'm going to enable the visual builder. Once enabled, let's go down, and I'm going to get rid of this text. Okay, well, I've got a section here, the blue tab, that's got the picture of that vehicle in the back there. I've got a row with a single column in it, the green tab right here. I'm going to add a new module, a little dark button to add a new module. I'm going to use a heading module for this again today. And it's put in there. I know you can't see it. Let's make it so you can see it. I'm clicking on the pencil icon, which takes us straight to the heading text there. I'm going to leave it as an H1 because it's going to be the main page title up here. I'm going to change my font out. Let's just make it white so you can see it initially. There it is. I'm going to change my font out for a blocky one called Anton that I've got here and my previously used. If you want to audition a font, just roll over it. It'll give you an example just like that. So I'm going to make mine Anton. I'm going to capitalize it. I think I used about a 150 pixel on this. Obviously adjust to taste. It's obviously a little bit too big. Let's try 140. Let's put what we want in there. Under the content is text. Huge. Movie. Title. I think that's going to work for me. And if we go back to the edit for the text there, I might pop it back up to 150, see if it fits now. And if you're going to use this for page titles, like I'll show you later on how you can just have this happen dynamically, you want to size it to the size of your largest title, the most words on your title that's going to fit in your row there, or just make your row full width. Okay, well, we've got our heading there and it's looking fantastic. But like I say, I want it to grow and expand like that movie title I saw last night. So the first thing I'm going to do, just to make it stand out a little bit more on top of this car in the background there, I'm going to give it a bit of text shadow. I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to make it full black. Great. That way, whatever image we got behind, it's going to be nice, crisp, sharp edges around our little title there. Okay, we're good to go there. Just want to make sure it's in the middle. Looks like it is. No, not quite, obviously. Great. So we've got it center aligned there. Let's create the animation that's going to make it grow. To do that today, we need to go over to Advanced, down to Custom CSS. Like I said, I'm going to make this a bit like a Ken Burns type effect. I want it to scale up, get a lot bigger. And then when it gets to its biggest size that we set, I'm going to have it scale back down over a long time. I'm going to use 3 minutes for mine, 240 seconds. And again, you can adjust yours to taste. So to select our module here, we have to write selector, S-E-L-E-C-T-O-R. And then we can open and close some curly brackets. Inside, I'm going to create the animation. I'm going to say animation, colon, and we'll give it a name. Let's call it movie T for movie title. Call it whatever you want. Does need to be unique. Like I say, I want mine to be about 3 minutes. Initially, let's put it to 2 minutes, 120 seconds. And I want it to keep going and going. So I'm going to say infinite. And I also want it to be linear, smooth. So I'm going to say linear. Great. Let's create our movie T animation now. To do that, we just need a drop down. We're using keyframes to build this like we've been doing in the last couple of videos. So I'm going to write @keyframes. Then the title, which we gave it, which is movie T. Now we can open and close some more curly brackets. Decide what we want to do with our 2 minutes up there, or 120 seconds. Well, at 0%, beginning of second one of our 100% 20 seconds, I want it to be normal size. So I'm going to say 0%, open, close some more curly brackets. I'm going to say transform, colon, scale, with some round brackets at the end there, touching the E. No gap between the E of scale and the round brackets there. I want it to start off normal size, which would be 1 or 100%. Then sort of halfway along, I want it to get to about half as big again. So 150%, if you will, which would be 1.5. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to paste it back in there. I'm going to put a 5 in front of it. I'm going to make that 1.5. As you can see, it's already started. If I make this a small value right here, let's say 10 seconds, let's get rid of that 2, you'll see exactly what's going on in real time. It's expanding out and expanding back. Which is great, but that's a little too animated for me. The title I saw last night was really, you could just see it expanding, but your eyes were looking at it because something was moving. So let's make it 3 minutes, 240 seconds. As you can see, that's pulling out really slowly there now. So let's just save our changes. We'll save the page changes. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit our visual builder. And there's our original title. Like I say, it's just growing really slowly there. So you have to keep your eyes on it to see it actually growing, which was what got my attention last night. That's really nice. Now, once we've got this, we can save it to the library and use it on other pages. And I thought it would be nice if you could actually use it as a page heading. I don't know if you need quite such a large text. That's entirely up to you. So we can use some dynamic content for both the background, so we could have the background image change and the title change on each page. To do that can be easier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-enable the visual builder. This page is actually called Huge. If I go to my page, it's called Huge Movie Title. So if we want to use the page title for our dynamic text, it's going to pop in whatever the page happens to be called. So let's do it. I'm actually even going to my section here. I'm going to go down to that background and to that image. I'm going to delete it. Hit the little trash can. Now to bring it back, little icon here, 3 little discs with a plus, is for dynamic content. If I click on it, I can choose to use the featured image of the page in the background. You'll notice it's popped that same little car back in there. The reason that is, I've used that for the featured image of the page. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll take you through it in just a second. I'm going to go into our little text module here, or heading module, I should say. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to delete that title. And again, I'm going to hit the little blue icon, 3 little discs there. I'm going to use page or archive title right here. And it won't be any different because that's the name of our little movie title right there. So once we've got all our dynamics in place, let's save this. I'm going to save this whole section to the library. It's in its largest state at the moment, obviously. Just shrinking back down. To save to the library, a little round icon just to the left of the trash can. Click on it, we'll give it a name. I'm going to call it KB Header. A little shout out to Ken Burns there. I'm going to save it to my library. Let's create a new page now. I'm going to hit the plus to add a new page. I'm going to open it in a new tab. We'll give it a title. I'm just going to call it My New Page because I haven't got anything in mind. But before we hit the Use Divi Builder, I'm going to go over to here. It's on the Page tab. I'm going to set the featured image, the image that we want to have in the background of the title. So if I go in here and set the featured image, let's just throw this other crazy car in there. Now, if we use the Divi builder, I'm going to use the build from scratch. I'm not going to do anything here. By default, it chucks in a section and asks you to put it in a row. I'm going to add my own section. Little blue icon to add a section. I'm going to add from library. There's our KB header. I'm going to select that. Use this section. Get rid of this default section they put in at the top by hitting the trash can. And as you can see, it's put in that little header there. We've got the featured image as the background image, and we've got the page title as the title up there. And as you can see, it's growing again very slowly with our little Ken Burns effect. And like I say, you can put that on any page. It'll come up with that page title. Just set the featured image for that page, and it'll show that as the background. So let's just save this. And we'll exit the Visual Builder. And there it is. Really easy to do, as you can see. And that's a nice little image. It's going to catch their attention because something is slightly moving there. And if we go back to our regular page here, let's just save our changes. And we'll exit the Visual Builder. And there it is. So there's how to create a kind of mock Ken Burns title effect for your Divi website. Really easy to do, as you can see, and really nice little feature to have on your site. So I hope you've enjoyed this today, guys. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you. We'll make a little video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.